Capes. It's an item that almost every Minecraft player has heard of at least once in their time. You've probably even seen one on a player if you were to play on a Minecraft server, and probably wanted one of your own, right? Well, yeah. Same with me. And a lot of other people, but just imagine that one day you log on to your favorite Minecraft server, turn around and see another cape. But it's different. You don't recognize the cape. You don't recognize it to be a Minecon or a Mojang cape. But yeah, it's there. You might think, did Mojang add a new cape? You might think that it's a mod that someone's using, and most likely that is the case, but not in your case. Your case is that you check in and see, and you realize that it's an actual cape that can be seen by everybody. Now, this is where you probably ask a lot of questions. If there's a cape that's unique and personalized, are there more? Well, yes. There are at least 750,000 of capes in existence. Most of them, well, most of them, are only migration capes due to my account migration. So if we roll out those, we drastically reduce the number down to only 30,000 unique Minecraft accounts with at least one cape. Those could have been obtained via Minecon or other special Minecraft events. If we get a little bit more ambitious with this and decide to roll those as well, there are 7 one-of-a-kind personal capes that are currently in existence. Well, 9 that ever existed. So there's possibly even actually is an answer to your scenario. Those 9 capes had a bizarre history with, well, we'll get to that. To understand the mystery, we must first understand where these capes even came from. As I said, there are 9 that ever existed. Well, let's start off easy. McLee's bacon cape was obtained by McLee for giving the idea of pigment to Notch, and got the cape as a thank you from Notch, but was shortly removed due to fans harassing Notch to give them their own capes after finding out. And, well, Notch removed the cape from McLee to stop the fans from asking. Meaning that McLee is the only one on the 9th list that's not only got cape removed, but was also the first one to even obtain the cape. However, he was not the only one to get a personalized cape of any sort. Just a short while later, the 1 millionth copy Star Cape was awarded to the 1 millionth buyer of Minecraft, Acornman1. And yet, this cape is literally considered to be the most valuable account to this day. Well, one of, if not the most valuable. It could possibly sell for who knows how much with the right buyer. And again, another short while later, we came to what we can consider literally the ugliest and most worthless cape on this list. The Danny B styles, or the DB cape. I mean, just look at this thing. Who even edited this thing, I guess I could say. Nonetheless, he earned his cape via work on Minecraft after a decent time. Despite this, actually, no. It actually looks just disgusting. Seriously, look at this thing. Who even edited this thing? I know I asked this several times, but still. And really, it's no surprise that this is also the least probably worth cape for the cheapest one. Yeah, good way to say it. However, since it is a personalized cape, it would still probably sell for up to hundreds. Now, a few years later, into 2015, we come across the Snowman Cape, which personally is my favorite. I really want it, I'll probably never get it, whatever. But the way on how this cape was obtained, well, easily goes under the most bizarre and hilarious way in my opinion of them all. Seriously, just listen up. You probably know that Minecraft has a title screen splash with a message in yellow, which quotes are written out by the community. So if you've written something, there's a possibility you might get a splash quoted in the title screen. Pretty cool add-on. But at one point, one of the splashes ended up saying, "Bring me Ray Cokes." Well, who is Ray Cokes? Simply, Ray Cokes was once a European television personal about MTV's Most Wanted in the 90s. Notch was a fan of this guy at the time. A big one. And so, he ended up putting the quote as a joke of nostalgia within the game. But, to a player named Julian Clark, it wasn't exactly a joke. You see, he was actually the real-life godson of Ray. And as you guessed, he's seen the quote on the title screen. He ended up doing something, well, a little sussy nonetheless. He ended up making a bizarre picture with a fake gun pointed to Ray's head, with a message saying that he's captured Ray and posted it on the Reddit. And, well, you probably guessed, he wanted to hand him over for a cape. Notch ended up finding this actually very funny and actually surprisingly gave Julian a cape. Yeah, just like that. How does this even work? And the reason why it was actually a snowman, well, just look for yourself. Yeah. Welcome to the 21st century. Two years later, in 2013, the Japanese translator cape was handed to Cheap Shot for his hard work translating the game for Minecraft in Japanese language. As he was done, about a week later, he logged in, realizing that he'd given a translator cape. On the surface, it just seems like another cape. Overall, there are 100 of translator capes currently in Minecraft. But after having a closer look, he realized that the cape had a Japanese flag under it, making it the only Japanese translator cape within the game. Not long after, we have a player named Messiah ended up getting his personalized cape. The cape was awarded to Messiah for making the Better Lighting mod for the game, which, if you're a player from the alpha versions, you probably heard about the player and the mod. Minecraft ended up liking this mod a lot and wanted to put it in the vanilla game. So they met up with Mr. Messiah in real life, got law assurance as usual, and well, simply that was it. To thank Mr. Messiah, they ended up giving him a cape for it. Interestingly, it took 4 years for Messiah to actually receive the cape, which is interesting nonetheless. Now how can we forget about the Prismarine cape? The cape was given to Drokas for his hard effort to retexture a Prismarine, since he didn't like it and didn't want to because of licensing agreements. But why was he trying to even retexture? Well, Drokas was a coder, and you may have heard of him. He was making a lot of mods at the time, and Jeb just so happened to ended up finding this message of him trying to retexture the texture. For his hard effort, well, Jeb surprisingly did something interesting. He, well, just for trying to retexture a Prismarine texture, ended up giving Drokas his own Prismarine cape. Yeah, just like that. by retexturing a block. How ridiculous. But it's a show that hard work can sometimes pay off when you don't even expect something in return. Approaching the aquatic update, Billy Kay, similarly to McLeod, got his turtle cape for giving the idea of turtles. In fact, he would give the idea a lot in the past about turtles and his love for them. And when the update came, he also ended up getting a cape for the ideas. It's just like asking for a cape if you ever think about it. However, it was short-lived as a personalized cape, since recently Kent 600 also ended up getting this cape recently. Now, for the last cape, it just so happens to be the most mysterious one of them all. Now, it wasn't too long ago, but a group of Minecraft players ended up finding a birthday cake on Great Escape? Who wrote this? How do you even spell this? Great Escape. And we actually surprisingly know very little about this cape as of writing the script. In fact, we barely even know anything. We just know its name and that it exists. We don't know how this was obtained, but okay, just think about this. Now yes, we do have the migration cape available for Java Edition players, but this? What has Great Escape done to even obtain this cape? I guess we might never know. Now, we have migration capes which should be available to every Java Edition player, but those are pretty easy in fact to obtain. All you have to do is just migrate your account to Microsoft's account, that's it. Those are not even considered rare. To come to rare capes, we have to go back to the last Minecon of 2016 where the Enderman cape was given to those who showed up. This was the last rare cape giveaway for the public since capes intended to be rare in the first place. And second, capes are not exactly rare if you make microfiche. Who the hell wrote this script? Come here, Johnny.
12 seconds later.
Sorry, had to punch him. The migration, well, was seemingly not exactly making these capes rare. And second, we have some capes for Bedrock Edition. Okay, why did they only have to come up for Bedrock Edition players if Bedrock Edition has a much smaller population than the Java Edition by a wild shot? How did they only get a cape? This might of course seem selfish of me to say this, but when you think about it, this is all just fake. Couldn't they just done an event? I mean seriously, look at this cape. It's basically the Minecon Founders cape, which is basically a golden version of the Minecon 2011 cape. But why only Bedrock Edition? Why not make a special event to obtain this cape on Java Edition? But hear me out. There's another mystery on this fact about the capes. When the migration page went first public, players have discovered something very interesting deep into the code, and it was shocking and exciting. In 2020, a player named Elysis made a shocking discovery. Within the code, it said, I'm just gonna quote the quote for here, but the code basically says, and a special veteran cape for each year you've played Java Edition. As soon as the community found out, the public exploded. Many videos discussing this topic were made. Some players were actually outright mad about this news, stating that capes are supposed to be rare and migration is already enough. while others went out cheering with excitement. But this was a year ago, and second of all, we've only seen one picture of news ever since in the entire year, which is just bull. Really, an entire year with nothing but a picture. And the picture, well, didn't even show much either. It was only just the same message, but on the migration page. Literally, that was it. No news and nothing with capes exactly, although just saying that a veteran cape is supposed to be given out. And the recent migration of every Minecraft account that can migrate, it's literally a free cape for all 40 million registered users in Minecraft. Which, the migration is not exactly a special deed. I mean, it is important and boring at the same time. So I guess if they give something in players for return for migration for not exactly going to migrate, it's sort of reasonable. But an item such as a cape, nah, that's just way overkill. And now veteran capes for people that play Minecraft for years now? Okay, I suppose now that this is a good way of thanking people for playing the game for so long. You can also brag about it in an easier way to show how long you've been playing the game. But it's just something that's not exactly in the style of Minecraft. They never did such a massive cape giveaway ever since 2016. And even that giveaway wasn't exactly a giveaway, but it was a thank you for coming to the event. All you had to do is simply register your email, they would give you a code, and that's how you'd obtain a Minecraft cape. Simple as that. However, those codes could work way after the event until a certain year they ended up getting patched so you couldn't obtain the cape anymore. And in fact, capes from pretty much the beginning have always become a secretive thing. I mean, why not just state that capes will just come out? For an idea of a date even. Why not make something cool like an event to obtain a special item like a cape? Why is the last time they've done such a thing in 2016? And ever since, capes have been so inaccessible to players that actual mods were created to make capes in public. However, those were never official capes since they were modded in the game and could only be seen with the actual mod itself. So, this is where the deep core of the mystery becomes obvious. When and why and how are they obtained? Sure, capes are rare and were supposed to be rare, and were only supposed to ever be given as an accomplishment. But out of the stories I've told you, this is just all a big joke. Let's say the snowman cape for the example. It's a picture of a son and a father with a bizarre attitude, and you get a cape. Let's say the turtle and the bacon cape. Those are just 2 times players have gotten a cape for asking for something to be in the game of Minecraft. That's the same as just asking for a cape. And you'd actually get it. And this is pretty much the first drama we've literally gotten the first time of any large major involving capes and secrecies. The secrets of the birthday cape, which we know nothing about other than it exists on. We don't even know how the player even got it. There are rumors that Great Escape is friends with the Mojang staff, or maybe is a son of a staff member. I guess we may never know, but when we come up to the veteran caves, we don't know where they're gonna come out, or if they ever will even come out. There's been radio silence ever since the discovery from the code. Why are caves being treated the way they are? How is it that a digital item can be worth up to thousands of real-life cash? Nevertheless, despite capes no longer being rare because of the migration, the OG capes remain just as rare. And despite there being 750,000 accounts that have at least one real cape in existence, they're still unique in their own ways, because capes have been seen as a mystery for such a long time. In fact, no, they're seen as a rare thing, so it makes sense that everybody wants them. And this is the critical part of the Minecraft history. It makes capes just not worth anymore. I mean, sure, the OG capes are still nothing changed about them, they're still pretty worth, but migration capes will soon just be forgotten about of their common. And most importantly, why are capes being on the way they are? As I said, they are unique in their own ways and are supposed to be rare, but no more does that rule technically stand. Why does a select few have a personalized cape? One, for seemingly a weird reason. Although not exactly weird with everyone, such as Cheap Shot's cape, which was well deserved. Or Drolkus, which is also a little bit questionable. It's just a retextured block. But then again, it's a show of hard work and likely not the only texture to be retextured. I mean, retexturing an entire Minecraft pack takes patience and time. So I suppose that makes sense. And this is the unsolved mystery of Minecraft caves. When and why?